Happy Saturday, exactly. So, I'm sorry y'all missed me yesterday. But I'm back because we're going to talk about everything Love and Marriage Huntsville today. The cast then popped out and the cast got a lot going on, child. First of all, Marceau then posted an update of the progress they making over there at Never Never. Not Never Neverland, Scott Manor, not Manor. Tisha's titanium thought spot, whatever the fuck we gonna call it. We gonna talk about their progress. We also gonna talk about Miss Pitiful Peyton, child. Destiny then had a lot going on within the last few days. I pulled the court documents. A lot didn't happen. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. Now she posting 3-year-old news clips on her damn page. I guess she just trying to make herself feel better. I guess, child. We also gonna talk about Lexi. And before y'all come and drag me by the wig, I'm glad I'm getting my hair done. Before y'all drag me by these braids in the comments, y'all asked me to comment on Lexi. Because she done came out with the chapter about Nell, the chapter about her siblings, and now she's came out with the chapter about Chris Fletcher. So I'm going to tell y'all what I thought and what happened. Exactly. Don't ruin my Saturday, friend. Don't ruin my Saturday in these comments. Anyway, we're going to talk about that. Martel and Ralph. The girlies came out from Real Housewives of Potomac and commented on Karen going to jail. And then Jennifer Williams, her trade getting ready to go to jail, maybe again, possibly. I don't know. But we heard, friends. So get you a look. Pop you a gummy. I don't know what you doing on this Saturday. I'm drinking me some tea. I'm drinking me some green tea because I'm trying to keep it cute. I got to go get my eyebrows done today and get my hair done. So today is a beauty day for me. Exactly. So hopefully I'll be prettier later on. Anyway, so make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. What y'all want to start talking? Let's start off on a good note. Let's start off on a good note. Marceau and Tisha. Child, Tisha posted though. Tisha posted, I love my husband. He get up and hustle for us every day. Da, da, da. So regardless of what I'm finna say about Scott Manor, Tisha said, fuck y'all hoes and fuck what y'all stand for. I love my curvy husband. Exactly. But Tisha, I don't know what y'all building over there. I gave them their props when they finally got all of those trees and they cleared all of that shit, finally got it graded. They poured the slab. Remember, we went and talked about it. So Marceau posted a reel where he was showing us, he said that they were getting ready to pour another level, I guess. And he said he showed us where they dug out, the grade or whatever. He said they needed to place the rebar. I was like, this shit ain't compacted. Where were the compaction tests? You can tell, and like I used to do water treatment. Like I've always done commercial construction, so I'm not sure how much these things vary between residential and commercial. But what I will tell you is if you compact if you just put some dirt down and put some rebar and pour some concrete, in a few years that shit might sink to the damn. You literally might sink in your damn living room, child. Anyway, so he showed us that. He also showed us where the garage, I guess it was like, I don't know, where the garage, and he said it was going to be a closet space or something. I don't know, child. I post a reel. Go check out my shorts. My shorts be popping. Y'all better check out my shorts. Anyway, so I posted the short. My only issue is, and a lot of people commented and was talking about, hey, this looked like an office building. The steel members were very small, unless, like someone said, it's going to be a glass garage and a glass. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea what they're doing. What I do know is it looks like they skimping on steel. Remember when I told y'all I think they skimping on rebar because it should have been way more rebar in that concrete and it should have been ties at each bed or whatever? That's what the steel is giving. But steel is expensive. So for those of y'all that don't know, steel is very expensive and hard to come by. So I don't know. Maybe they don't know if the season Maybe they don't know if they're going to get renewed since Mel gone, and they said, hey, you know, take back half of that steel because we got to, I don't know. It didn't look like enough steel to me. But that's what they doing, child. He had guys up there on scissor lifts, child, 10 feet up in the damn air, not a safety vest, not a safety helmet, no safety glasses, no harnesses, people not tied off. You could literally just, child, I'm going to pray for them. I'm going to pray for their safety while they doing their construction project, because ain't no way in hell. These motherfuckers had on short t-shirt. It's all about construction girlies and boys. If I went out on that damn site, I would find them. So I would snatch Tisha wig off her damn head, bitch, and you give me your shit, because y'all need to go get some safety, some PPE out in this motherfucker. Girl literally got this man up. I seen 2 dudes up in a damn scissor lift. Ain't nobody tied off, which means if there, Lord forbid, some sort of accident, nothing's gonna catch you because you ain't tied the fuck off. Ain't nobody got on no safety shit. If you, Lord forbid, something happened to you, you ain't got no damn, girl. I would have kicked them off my job site. I would have kicked them off my job site. I'd kick Marceau off with my job site as well. All of you, I would shut that shit down. It'll be fucking yellow tape all around that job site. But I digress. Tisha happy. She says she love her man. So more power to y'all. How long y'all think it's going to be before Scott Manor done? This why Kimmy said she didn't want to live on in the same compound as y'all. That's why Kimmy said that, because Kimmy know good and well that it's gonna take your ass a very long time to build that shit. Girl, I don't know. Anyway, shout out to the Scotts and Letitia and her curvaceous man. Anyway, let's talk about Destiny real quick. So I know y'all heard that Destiny went to court the other day with LeBaric about, and this is all alleged and in my opinion, about the whole custody, the PFA order, yada, yada, yada. So Destiny filed for a PFA, which is protection from abuse in Madison County, in Huntsville. So she was alleging that, you know, due to her personal experience, coupled with his current charge and some information she got from his current girlfriend, that he was being physical with the current girlfriend. Her child was in danger, yada, yada, yada. So the day before their court date, which was Thursday, they subpoenaed a young lady named Jada Surrency. Ain't that a cute name? Okay. Her name spelled differently than mine, but I thought that was a cute name. I couldn't find Jada Surrency, because y'all know how I do. I could not find Jada Surrency to save my life. I found a little something, but nothing, conclusive or whatever. So I keep y'all up to date on Miss Jada. But anyway, so people are alleging and speculating that, hey, maybe that's LB's current girlfriend, so she can attest to the things that Destiny said she told her, because she said that his current girlfriend told her that, hey, he was physical with me, yada, yada, yada. So I'm not sure if the young lady showed up to court or not. In the court documents, it looks like the judge only addressed the PFA. Like, yeah. It says, after a short hearing on the matter on February 28, 2025, the court denied the mother's petition for a PFA order. So I'm assuming that they had no evidence and no merit to believe that Destiny needed protection from abuse as far as LeBaric is concerned. They also said during the said PFA hearing, the court advised that a GAL was due to be appointed in the above entitled 03 action. So in the short action for the protection from abuse claim, they assigned the child a guardian ad litem. That's so if you have an issue with like between parents and the child is a minor, they'll hire an impartial third party. Usually it's an attorney or an officer of the court. Just recently in Martel and Melody's case, the guardian ad litem is it ad litem, or the guardian ad litem or ad litem, she had other duties, so she couldn't, so she couldn't fulfill her duty. So they have to find another guardian ad litem in Melody and Martel case, and then they had to pay the fees, because it's a cost associated with having a GAL. This just happened earlier this month. Well, it's March now, but this happened like earlier in February, child. Anyway, so the court the court basically told Melody and Martel, like, hey, pay our guardian ad litem fees, because she got to move on and do something else. Of course, Melody submitted her payment. I think Melody submitted her payment like a day or two later. Martel payment still missing in action. Martel payment still missing in action, child. That is a broke, bald-headed bitch. But nevertheless, back to Destiny and LeBerick. Basically, they gave her son Law a guardian ad litem, an impartial third party. I'm assuming maybe they questioned him, or I'm not sure, because she said short hearing. So I'm not sure if the judge asked questions or whatever, or Destiny couldn't produce any evidence, or the young lady Jada said, was there, wasn't there. Anyway, the judge said, bitch, you're not getting granted this protection from abuse order. LeBerick is free to take this child home. What I thought was interesting is that there's still a lot more open items in the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about LeBerick asking the court to give Destiny 45 days for keeping a child away from him? What was said about that? And then what happened in LeBerick's criminal case for the DV charges? There's no record of that anymore. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure, because criminal is totally different from domestic relations, which is, you know what I'm saying, the court that they're in now. Anyway, so she allowed the child to go home. I wonder, did they modify the custody order? It was nothing in the court documents that said, yeah, there was no motion to change the custody agreement or anything like that. They said that Destiny was crying, hysterical in the court. They said that even after LeBerick left with the child, she was saying she's scared for her life. She's scared for her life. The judge was like, well, he gone, so what is you still talking about, ho? How is you scared for your life and he's gone? It doesn't sound like the judge is very friendly. And I'm not sure if the judge is just not friendly because of all of the shenanigans that she's dealt with between these two for the last however many years. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know how I feel about this situation. Even though I don't like Destiny, long head, frog face ass, even though I don't like her big eyed ass, I still think that it's something there. I think that where there's smoke, there's fire, even if it's involving this lying ass bitch. And as far as the judge, if she's saying that she's scared for her life, as far as the judge saying something like, why you scared for your life, he not in this courtroom, bitch, maybe I'm talking about in general. I'm not talking about right at this second. Maybe I'm talking about in general. And although a lot of us can't stand Destiny motherfucking ass because she a lying ass bitch, I do recall when Melody was going through her court cases in that same court building, a lot of people were talking about, which is, I don't know if it's a different judge or whatever, but I do remember people talking about how the judge seemed a little biased towards Martel and let him get away with a lot of things. That's just my opinion. So if we're going to be fair, we can't complain that, hey, maybe the judge was biased against Melody, but then think it's not a possibility that the judge might be biased against Destiny. Hey, is LeBerick a Freemason? I thought LeBerick was in like one of those organizations. I don't know. What I will say is, tell me what y'all think about the whole Destiny thing. I still think that there's more to LeBerick than meets the eye. I don't know. Y'all could believe what you want to believe. Two things can be true. Destiny Payton can be a lying ass bitch from hell that needs to get skull drugged for talking that shit about Mel and lying on Mel. Also, LeBarrett could be everything that she said he was. Because I always wondered, remember when she first did that interview and said that he was knocking her head in between the washer and dryer and shit? What did he do? He took her back to court and held her in contempt for speaking about their marriage, which goes against their divorce decree. Why didn't he sue her for defamation? Even now, she's the head of a domestic violence. She keeps saying that she's a victim of domestic violence. She said that Martel had to protect her because he heard something Martel ain't denied, which we know he a lying ass motherfucker. We know they are two lying ass bitches. But how the way that LeBarrett uses the court system to keep his foot permanently placed on Destiny's neck. You see how he said he wanted 5 days each for each day. He wanted her put in jail. I am sorry. Even if you want to punish this girl, you could say, hey, she should serve a day in jail for each day she kept me away from my child. That's reasonable. To say you want 5 days for every day she kept you away from your child means that there's still malice in your heart. And it may be justified. However, if that girl was lying on him about putting his hands on her, why hasn't he sued her for defamation? Please, somebody tell me. It's been years. Why would he go to the courts and say, I want to hold her in contempt because she ain't supposed to mention anything about what's going on? Why wouldn't you sue her for defamation? I don't know. It gives you something to think about. The way this man used the judicial system, and every time he pissed off, he runs to the courts because he's sick of her fucking shenanigans. Why has he never filed a defamation of character lawsuit against her? It's not like he above it, because we know he a petty ass nigga. We can talk about it, friend. Y'all can give y'all opinions. Like I said, I'm just being fair. I'm just being fair, child. I don't like Destiny from the show. I know she's a liar. She's a manipulator. All of these things. But I still feel like, I don't know. This is like a Lifetime movie. That ain't funny though. Anyway, sincerely, I really hope that Destiny is okay. And I hope that she is safe. Regardless of what y'all think about this girl and how much people don't like this girl, I would hate to wake up and hear that something happened to her because a whole bunch of people just didn't believe her. Even if y'all, I don't know. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. I'm off my soapbox. I'm off my soapbox. Tell me what y'all think about the Destiny and LeBarrett thing. It seems as if the custody is still going to remain the same, but they deny her petition for a protective order against LeBarrett. How many times have we heard this story before? That a woman was dealing with some sort of DV or physical something from a man and nobody believed her. And then something happened. I guess. I guess, Fred. Anyway, let's talk about Lexi real quick. And then I'm going to try to wrap this up. I did not know that was going to take this long. Shout out to my cups. Okay, y'all. So look, I got the merch coming soon with the mugs and the pins and the t-shirts. Exactly. I just set up my store and stuff and my website. So I'll connect it to my YouTube channel soon. So shout out to that. Exactly. Anyway, let's talk about Lexi real quick. I'm not gonna go over everything because I got bored. I'm sorry. It was something about Lexi's voice. Mind you, Lexi is very articulated. She's articulate. She's very articulate. She's very, very pretty. First of all, I need to know where she got that camera from. I need to know what camera Lexi is recording with. Because her camera quality and the light in her eyes, Lexi is beautiful. She is really pretty. When I was just listening to it in my earbuds, I was like, oh, this is boring. But as I was watching it and seeing her, I was like, she is really cute. I'm like, oh, she is really, really pretty. So yeah, to me, I ain't gonna say she was boring because she was telling her story. She was telling something that was important and near and dear to her. I just felt like some of it kind of drug on for me. I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm a psychology major. My undergraduate degree is in psychology. I fully understand how this whole process could be therapeutic for her and more for her versus the people. And at the end of her talking about Chris, she started crying and breaking down or whatever, and it was a tearjerker. It was a tearjerker for me. That was actually one of my favorite parts because regardless of how I feel and how we feel about it, it's helping her, and it's something that she needed maybe to cleanse her soul. And I'm a firm believer in crying. I will, if something happened, child, I'm gonna cry and let it out. I don't give a fuck about nothing. I don't give a fuck. Let that shit out, baby. Cry. I will cry with you. I'll cry with a friend in a heartbeat. Anyway, so I do think that this whole process is therapeutic for her, and I feel like it's gonna help her, and that's the most important thing. As far as a viewer watching it, when she first talked about Nell, I felt like a lot of her grievances really was with Chris. Even when she spoke about the siblings, to me, it sounded like regular sibling behavior. I have 5 stepsisters. One of them passed, rest in peace. And I have 1 stepbrother, and then I have 2 real brothers. It was, we never had issues where it felt like, I'm not saying we had issue to that extreme or whatever, but I know the different family dynamics, and I just feel like no family is perfect. No family is perfect, especially if you have like a blended family with 2 different mothers. And me and my sisters are back to back, like stair steppers, like one. You know what I'm saying? My daddy was out there slanging it, slanging that thing. Exactly. So just so happened our mothers were really friendly and close, and we went over each other's house. It was very much given the same kind of dynamic that Lexi was talking about. And I just feel like, not to minimize her pain, but I know a lot of people who went through the same sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, oh, you gotta sleep in their room, or we got a pile on, you know what I'm saying? We got a pile on the floor, or we all gotta sleep in the living room. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many of the kids, and the parents' goal is to try to keep the kids together. So coming from like a mature parent type of aspect, I feel like based on what Lexi told us, Nell and Chris Fletcher did what they tried their, I'm not gonna say they tried their best, but they wanted her to be integrated into the family. Because she talked about how she went to their house in Atlanta multiple times. She was talking about when they lived in Alabama or whatever, and she lived, I guess, in Nashville, how she would go there once a month. And then around the time that Lance was getting married, she had to go there twice a month. She said that she had to tell him, hey, I expect you to pay for my gas and pay for all of my food, which to me, that's a given. You know what I'm saying? I wonder, did you have to tell him that, or was he going to already do that for you and you felt the need to tell your father, I need you to do this for me? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but nevertheless, whether she told him or he did, they still did it. They still made sure you and your child was there at least once a month, or at least twice a month. Twice a month is a lot for somebody who lives out of state to travel and be there with your family, to make sure you're there with your family. She mentioned that during the time when Lance was getting married to his first wife or whatever, that she went down there and they just bought like $1 million home, and they spent like $2,000 at Home Depot. They were also paying for Lance's wedding, but they didn't pay for her busted windows because her windows got busted when she was at their house. And she said that her stepfather ended up having to pay for it, and she was pissed off. I would have been pissed off too. Like, not y'all paying for this nigga wedding when because he didn't have a baby when he was 16. Shout out to Lance. And y'all got this $1 million home, and y'all can't even pay for my windows. Now on that, I would have went off. Now a lot of the shit, it does sound like Chris was just handpicked. He was coochie whipped. It seems like this is what it sounded like the dynamic was too, because she also mentioned that Chris, I guess, was behind in child support, $20,000, or she was going to a private school or something where her mother got the court order that Chris had to pay $20,000 or he was going to end up going to jail. Miss Nell paid the $20,000. No wonder Miss Nell kept saying, no, you can't get that. If she just shelled out $20,000 for child support, I see why she was saying, yeah, I'm sorry. If you divvying out funds to your kids, which I'm not sure the context because we didn't get a lot of information or whatever, but if I just gave your mama $5,000 to get you some school clothes and get you some shit, then when I'm out shopping for these other kids that ain't got shit, you can't get the same amount of shit that they got because I just gave $5,000 for you to get all of your stuff. Now, mind you, don't treat the kids differently when they're together, but as a parent, I understand the financial, I understand it. That's all I'm gonna say. But was Chris even paying child support? This one I thought was funny because I always thought that Chris was the one with the money and Miss Nell just had her daycare. Lexi told us that Chris just got into real estate 6 years ago. He was the CFO of Miss Nell's daycare this whole time. Miss Nell was buying $1 million homes off of daycare. Where did Miss Nell get $20,000 from? And Miss Nell, you mean to tell me when you met him, he had a whole wife that he didn't tell you about? Then he cheated on you and you were still paying $20,000 in child support? Baby, Miss Nell, your love deeper than mine, baby. All that, no wonder you so angry. Bitch, I would be angry too. She met Chris Fletcher. He was married. She took on his daughter, Lexi, treated her like she was her own because that's what Lexi said. She said when she was growing up, her and Miss Nell had a great relationship. She used to call her mom and everything. Nell sucked that up. You divorced that wife, cheated on me again. I'm the one making all of the motherfucking money. And I just gave your ex-wife $20,000 to pay your child support. Baby, no wonder. When Lexi was talking about how angry Miss Nell was, I understand. She lucky that Chris Fletcher didn't end up in that motherfucking tub like Charles fucking around with me. His ass would have been bloop, bloop, bloop. That little curly hair would have been fucked up fucking with me, bitch. Hell no. Then on top of that, your other daughter, she always complaining and going off. Lexi did say, I'm sorry, child. Lexi did say when she used to get mad, she would block him, block the whole family, and stop talking to them for years and months and sometimes years. If I'm Miss Nell, I would feel some type of way. I would feel some type of way, child. I'm not gonna lie. I would feel some type of way. I'm dealing with all of this with my husband. I done took Lexi in and treated her like she was my daughter. We have beefs back and forth like any family has beefs back and forth. We don't know the extent of it because we only getting Lexi's side of things. But on top of that, every time I don't give you something that you want or you feel like you getting treated a certain way, you block me and stop talking to me for months or years. That's crazy. I don't know. I think that Chris, she was talking about how Chris wasn't giving her certain things like the other kids got. I feel like Lexi is right because, bitch, you need to treat me just like you treat your other kids. But that's her beef is not with Nell. Her beef is with Chris. And I feel like Chris probably couldn't provide her with that because that wasn't Chris' money. I feel like maybe the only reason Miss Nell probably paid that $20,000 is because she ain't want to see Chris go to jail. But if Chris wasn't making the money like that and Miss Nell was the one with all of the money, every time Lexi asked for something, he might have had to go through Miss Nell. And she said he did. Now, Miss Nell is a bitch if she didn't fucking give his daughter some shit because if you marry, then that's your child. That's your child. And I firmly believe in it. Like, if I talk to dudes with kids, y'all might as well call me stepmama of the year because I probably do more for them kids than they own mama do. But that's just how I'm built. I don't know though, but it's just like Chris didn't have it like that. So that's on Chris. It seems like Chris was kind of a brokey. It seemed like Chris was kind of a brokey, kind of scared to keep asking Miss Nell for money when it came to Lexi, and he ain't had no backbone. So Lexi, I do understand how she feel because a girl's relationship with a father is very precious. You know what I'm saying? And it carries on. So I understand why she still has that hurt. I mean, different people deal with stuff differently. I didn't have the best relationship with my biological father. I had more relationship with my siblings than my actual biological father. But just so happened I had a great stepdaddy. Like, like Lexi said. And it's crazy because our situation sounds a lot alike. Because I had a great stepfather. She talked about how she had a really great stepfather and she was grateful for him. My biological dad, we didn't really have a close relationship. Like I said, I'm closer to my stepsisters, and I was closer to my stepsisters than I ever was with my stepdad. I mean, with my real father. But I guess different people handle things differently. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say I'm glad that she got it out, and I'm glad that it's healing for her. Different stuff affects people in different ways. But I noticed, and her saying all of the stuff, she was like, they're very materialistic. And the reason why she would ask for stuff, mind you, she said they used to help her. So I think she was talking about all of these instances where they didn't help her, but she said they used to help me. She said, yeah, they did used to help me. So I don't think it was all bad. Like, I'm not going to get on her and bash Chris and Nell Fletcher because Lexi said herself that they used to help her. She's just giving us the instances that she was pissed off about and felt like they treated her differently than the other kids. She said that they were very materialistic, and she said that one thing I did like that she said was that they ostracized her and made it seem like she just wanted more and materialistic things, but it wasn't the materialistic things, it was what it represented. She said because she knew that that her father specifically, he showed love by buying, by buying them things and flexing and da da da. So she wanted him to show her that same love. So that's why she asked for things. I love that because you can tell she got a certain level of emotional intelligence when it comes to that, because she knows how her father loves. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of those people. Like, I love by giving gifts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might not tell you I love you all of the time, but if I spend my money on you, you should know that I love you, bitch. Because I'm spending my motherfucking money on you. So because she knew that, she said that's why she used to ask for those things. And maybe that's why it hurt so deeply when he wouldn't do it, because to her, it meant that you didn't love me. Even though it sounds materialistic, like, hey, you didn't buy me a new car, that means you don't love me. Maybe she felt like, hey, because he didn't think enough to spend his money on me. Maybe I don't know. It's kind of convoluted. So if I sound all over the place, on one hand, I kind of feel where Lexi is coming from. On the other hand, I would like to hear the other side of the coin. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, child. Tell me what y'all thought about Lexi and her story. I'm not sure. Girl, not a school bus right now. Girl, I'm looking over the balcony. If y'all heard that little horn blowing, it was a school bus. What the fuck is you doing with the school bus out on the side? Well, some people have Saturday school. Anyway, so tell me what y'all thought about the Lexi stuff. Are y'all gonna watch the rest of her chapters? I think, what is the other chapter over? I think the chapter gonna be over the actual scene in the house where she was complaining about the car and stuff. I wonder if Lexi still married to the white husband. I don't know. That was just, yeah. I wonder if she's still married to Ben Stiller or whatever his name is. Anyway, so tell me what y'all thought about Lexi. Like I said, all in all, I'm glad she's getting it out. I hope she's healing. Lexi, if you watching this, girl, what camera is that you using? And your face is so pretty. What you use for your skincare, child? Exactly. That's what I was thinking about. Anyway, so tell me what y'all thought about the Lexi stuff. Chris Fletcher and Nell. Does it sound like Chris Fletcher was a deadbeat dad? Most importantly, Miss Nell, what the fuck was you doing? Miss Nell is a pretty lady. I would have dumped Chris. So motherfucking fast. I would have swear, baby, that S curl would have been up in the little thing. Girl, fuck Chris Fletcher. And those are my final words. Fuck Chris Fletcher. Anyway, child, in other news, so I heard that Martel and Ralph was filming together. I heard this from what? I think Who New Channel. I think I was listening to her, and she said that allegedly Martel and Ralph Pittman, Ralph Drew Sidora husband, was filming together on some sort of boys trip on some jet skis or something. You know why I wanted to mention this? And if you've been watching me, you already know why I wanted to mention this. If Ralph motherfucking ass is filming with Martel bald-headed ass, I told y'all Ralph is an IT genius. I still feel like Ralph Pittman is in cahoots with Martel bald-headed ass host, and they done fucked around and put some surveillance or something in Mel's house or tapped her phones or something. Because remember when he filed that damn petition talking about the damn security guard was in Mel's room and all of this other shit? How the fuck we still don't know how Martel knew that? And when Melody asked him in her response to provide some proof or tell the judge how he knew that information, his ass still ain't said shit. Just like he still ain't paid them damn court fees for that guardian ad litem or whatever. Girl, bring Ralph Pittman right on this show, because I got some questions for Ralph Pittman. Exactly, because I think his ass did some illegal surveillance shit, and that's how Martel knew all of that information that he thought he knew about Melody and the security guard. Did y'all hear that Mel's supposed to be pregnant? It's a rumor. All this is alleged in my opinion. Why are y'all so... Just tell me, we know Mel got a man because she said it on the reunion. Why is there a rumor that Mel might be pregnant in the streets? Like, where did they come from? Did somebody see her looking like, cause I be watching all of her stories and nothing gave that Mel might be pregnant. Where did they come from, y'all? Did she look pregnant on her TikTok live that I didn't see? Her skin always glowing. I got me some new 7th Avenue beauty coming, girl. This skin finna pop. This skin's finna pop, child. Anyway, so tell me what y'all think about that. Would y'all like to see Ralph Pittman or a boys trip with Martel? I hope they get ate by a shark. I hope a shark just come up out the water and grab their ass up off that jet ski. Drown their dog ass. Anyway, so that was all I really had to say about Love and Marriage Huntsville, child. What else did I want to talk about? That was pretty much it. We'll talk about everything else later. we'll talk about everything else later. No, I did say I did want to talk about the girlies coming out, comment on Karen going to jail and stuff. Ashley Darby said that she heard about it when she was in the car on her way to the interview, and she said she cried like a baby. And a whole bunch of other people was like, Ashley fake, Ashley fake. Mind you, I don't like that bulbous head ass bitch either. I do not like Ashley bulbous head Darby. I don't. I'm very team Candy Ass on this. But did y'all want her to be heartless? That was her co-worker. Even though they was beefing back and forth, Ashley was on season 1 of Real Housewives of Potomac. Like, they had a back and forth, but I would be sad too if I found out one of my co-workers went to jail that was 61 years old. So I didn't really understand why everybody was saying that Ashley was being fake. No, I mean, you could get into it with your co-worker and still not be a heartless bitch from hell. I don't understand. Anyway, so Ashley said that, and then Wendy came on and she had a real classy response, and she was like, just keep Karen uplifted in your prayers, da 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 da. Very, very classy, considering Karen crossed her after she took her to the White House. But yet and still, when real life issues happen, I just love a classy, refined woman. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't like somebody, when real life shit happens, you know what I'm saying? You need to still extend some grace. You know what I'm saying? I really like that. It was better than what Giselle said, because Giselle gonna say some shit like, I don't have her wigs. What, bitch? Girl, do y'all think her and Robin was talking about it on their little podcast? Do y'all want Robin ass to come back? Do y'all want Robin Dixon back? That was the word on the street, that they might bring Robin back, child. Her aggressive ass. And Juan Dixon. Did Juan get a job yet? Did Juan get a job back? Somebody in the comments on the little short I just posted talking about some bring Sharice back, the real grand dame. Child, I don't give a damn about Leatherface Sharice. Leave her ass where the fuck she at. I don't care if she really is the grand dame of Potomac. I don't want to see her. I hate the way her face gets oily and sweaty when she get drunk. I don't like Sharice either. If anything, y'all better go offer Candace as much money as you got. Empty the pocketbook, baby, because we need Candace back. You might as well keep Stacey, because I told y'all Stacey gonna be a bitch. Stacey is gonna be hell on. The way Stacey went in and lied on Vivian like that, and bring Vivian on too. Please bring Vivian on so Vivian can read the dog shit out of Stacey. Stacey gives me light-skinned Kenya Moore. Light-skinned Kenya Moore in training. I'm sorry. Wait till we see how Stacey gonna act. They could literally get rid of Mia. We don't really need Mia. They could get rid of Mia, keep Wendy, because Wendy is really stepping into her top tier housewives era. I really like Wendy. Keep Wendy, keep Ashley, bring Candace back for Ashley. We got a remedy for Ashley. Keep Ashley and bring Candace back to get on Ashley ass now that she divorced, and have Candace drag her for every white man she date. So bring Candace back. Keep Stacey. Let Stacey become the bitch, and her and Giselle gonna get into it. Bring Vivian on, because Giselle got Vivian back, and Giselle and Vivian can get on Stacey, and Stacey can step into her villain era. And bravo, Andy. Just hire me, okay, poo-poo? Exactly. Just email me, baby. Or hit me up on the tickety talk. Anyway, so that's all I had, friend. I hope y'all enjoy y'all Saturday. I'm finna go get my eyebrows done, my hair done. Listen. So I'm finna get my eyebrows microbladed. So y'all, if y'all ever got y'all eyebrows done, y'all know my eyebrows gonna be sketchy for the next 2 weeks. So don't come in here clowning me in the comments about my eyebrows being fucked up during the healing process. Okay, friend? Anyway, so tell me what y'all think about Marceau and Tisha Thought Spot, her mansion getting built with limited amounts of steel. Tell me what y'all think about the whole Destiny thing. Do anybody know Jada Cernsey? Do we know who the hell that is? Is that LeBerick Nubu? I don't know, child. And then tell me what y'all thought about the whole Lexi story. Have y'all been through something like that? Did y'all sympathize with her? Would y'all like to hear what Chris Fletcher and Nell Fletcher have to say about it? Are y'all gonna listen to the rest of her chapters? I don't know, child. Anyway, so make sure you subscribe, friend. Make sure you like. Drop down in the comments. Give me your comments. Y'all know we could talk. We could snickle and giggle. Please be respectful in my comments. Don't come over here with that rah-rah on the weekends. Say what you gotta say, but leave the shade alone. Exactly. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye, friend. No, before I say bye, friend, I meant to tell y'all, I done already wrote down all of my notes. I'm gonna watch Family Business one more time, and tomorrow or later on tonight, we're gonna talk about Family Business, and we're gonna talk about Traders. Okay, now bye.